All right, we're live. I'm here with Josh Millage. I actually have the privilege of knowing Josh and knowing his background, and he's one of the most interesting men I've ever met.
Wow.
Lived in several different countries, visited 33 countries.
36.
36. Okay, last time I checked it was 33. You're a sommelier.
Yeah, I am.
You studied a little bit at Oxford.
I did.
Okay. So, what are you here representing today?
Yeah, so I am here representing 100XR. We're an equity fund located here in Reading. And I actually just moved here from Santa Cruz because I see this place going somewhere. So
Wait. Santa Cruz, California, next to the beach.
why would I do that? Right?
You have the mountains, you have the beach, you have hippies, and
I love hippies.
and you moved here.
I did.
Because you see something here.
Yeah. I think that there's so many different things that I love about Reading, that I love about Shasta County. And I think we have a trend in California with California not being the most conducive place to start a business as a whole, right? LA's expensive, Silicon Valley's expensive. There's some advantages to be located there, but when you come to a place like Shasta County, not only does your dollars go farther, but you actually can be a part of a community that's really, really focusing right now on young entrepreneurs and early stage startups. And I think that makes this really unique. I was born in Indiana, and that's a totally different place to start a company. It's a totally different startup scene, but I see some similarities here in Reading, and I really like that. I think people are focused on the right metrics in their business. I don't think that they get caught up as much in the echo chamber that you experience in Silicon Valley. And so I see Reading being a place that actually starts to attract people because of these aspects. You also have access to places like LA and San Francisco. You're not that far. So if you need to go there, you can get there, but your money goes farther. And I think that, you know, as I look around, I've only been here 3 months, but there is a heck of a lot of talent in this town too. And so the sky's the limit. And I would say in 10 years' time, I can really see Reading becoming a mini Silicon Valley and really giving other entrepreneurial hotbeds a run for their money.
Wow, that was an amazing rundown. What is 100XR?
So 100XR is an equity fund, and we essentially launch sub-funds leveraging the A+ regulation that allows for people who are non-accredited investors to participate in early stage startups.
And that recently shifted in the last couple of years, correct?
Yeah, we've gone through many different iterations.
I mean the regulations that allow non-accredited investors.
Correct. Yeah, that was passed in the Jobs Act by President Obama, and it's actually really, really useful for people who are looking to the crowd to do their equity fundraising.
So this is, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I know a little bit of background about 100XR, but this is like cutting edge investment. This is some of the stuff that you guys are doing right now doesn't even exist in Silicon Valley. Is that correct?
Right. No one has really leveraged the A+ regulation to raise money for a fund. And there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of nuances in the law that we've had to kind of filter through and figure out what we can and cannot do. But we've actually started to really hit a sweet spot. And what's cool is our portfolio is not just in early stage stuff as well. That is what I manage in our portfolio, but we have brick and mortar real estate, commercial investments, businesses that are functioning that just really need capital to grow. Maybe they need capital to open up a new distribution line or launch a new product. But what we're allowing for is people like my mom and dad who are just Christian educators. They never made a lot of money. Now they can participate in things that were previously only available to people who are really of relatively pretty high net wealth. So
that's
cool.
Super exciting. So you're talking about a lower barrier to entry for just citizens being able to invest. This kind of a fostered environment that stimulates economic growth here. You guys are doing something cutting edge.
Yeah.
Talk about the next 10 years of Shasta. What do you see happening here? Cast a vision.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think, for one, I look around this room, I look around Reading, and I see a lot of great people with vision. You know, we had Adam and Bart up here earlier. I think what they're doing here at Final Draft is incredible. I love to see people in the culinary world doing cool things. Obviously, I'm a little biased towards beer and wine because I'm a som, but I love to see what they're doing. I also think what we have is we have really great business owners who have built a business. I think the people online just saw a video with Rob Cronick in it. Rob's a good friend, and he's created a wonderful company, Chronic Disaster Relief. So we have people who have been in battle for a while that we can leverage their experience to build our own companies. And then you just look around at the EDC group and the Shasta Venture Hub and all the things that they're doing, you can really tell that there is a lot of young minds that are staying here. They aren't leaving to go other places, but they're staying here. They want to invest here. They want to create infrastructure and a network for young companies to flourish. And that's what I see happening, exponentially happening over the next 10 years.
Well spoken, and thanks for joining us, Josh, casting this vision and putting the pieces together for us.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
All
Thank
right,
you.
my friend.